What's up guys, Atom Bacon here, welcome back to more Pokemon Crystal. In the last episode, we got our starter, ran an errand, and ran into a thief. And speaking of thieves, I have the guy I named him after right here.
It's Chris Kringus!
And in this episode, we are going to be heading out because Elm told us we should take the Pokemon Gym Challenge. I've seen you a couple times. How many Pokemon have you caught? None. Would you like me to show you how to catch Pokemon? No, I think I can figure it out for myself.
Oh.
Fine then. Anyway, if you want to catch Pokemon, you have to walk a lot.
Man, that guy was not liking it using this episode.
No, he wasn't.
It's also a bit of a reversal. Santa Claus is a thief, like, for a change, isn't it?
Yeah, no kidding. Anyway, so yeah, we have the ability to capture Pokemon now. And with that, there's a Pokemon here that I want to find. And here it is. Hoot Hoot. So, ideally what you want to do is attack them a bit to get their to get their health down. And then once their health is kind of low, go to your pack, select a ball, and pray to luck. Pokemon early on are usually pretty easy to catch, but later ones can be a bit more challenging. Got it! Hoot Hoot was caught. Hoot Hoot's data was added to the Pokedex. It begins to hoot at the same time every day. Some trainers use it in place of alarm clocks. I read that and I just picture those people who, when their alarm goes off, they just take their hand and just smash the alarm clock.
Yeah, that reminds me of like a Flintstones kind of thing where they use random animals as everyday household things.
Yeah.
Animal cruelty at its finest.
Anyway, I am going to give this nickname. I'm going to give this nickname the Hoot Hoot. I'm going to nickname this Hoot Hoot. Epials. Which, this name will make a little bit more sense later down the road, but Epials is a spirit in Greek folklore said to be the embodiment of nightmares. So, now they're up here. There is a item. I thought there was an item. Okay. But there are some new Pokemon you can find up here.
Yeah, I don't think there's an item up there.
I thought there was for some reason. I think I must be thinking of higher up in the route.
Are you sure it's not a remake thing?
It might be in the remake, yeah, that might be what I'm thinking. But I played the original way more. Anyway, I think most of the unique Pokemon up here actually don't appear at nighttime.
No, it's morning they appear. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, morning or at least daytime. But you can get Spearow, which... at this point, picking up a flying type is a good idea, especially if you chose Chikorita or Totodile. But you have three options. Hoot Hoot, as I went for, which I should probably put Hoot Hoot in the front and start training him. Yeah, you have Hoot Hoot. In the daytime, you can encounter Pidgey on this route. Pidgey is a lot more balanced and just kind of a jack-of-all-trades. Spearow is more of a glass cannon. It does a lot more damage and is faster but can't take hits as well. And Hoot Hoot is more tactical. I wouldn't recommend it to someone playing for the first time, but I really like using it. And I hope to be able to show off what it can do. First things first though, I want to heal. Yes, I'm out late.
Even the nurse is more concerned about you than your mother. Like...
Yeah, really.
Good old Nurse Joy.
Alright, so yeah. I'm gonna... There's a tactic often used called switch training, which is when you have a low-level Pokemon that can't do a lot of fighting, you put it in the front of your party, and then immediately recall it. and it will get half of the experience. Zubat is not an easy Pokemon to use. It has really weak moves for a long time and relies on really weird chancy status conditions, but it does have Leech Life, which can heal it for a small bit of damage. If you can really stick with it, it will eventually become a really powerful glass cannon, but early on, it's not particularly good. I guess it is another option if you want a flying type.
Yeah. It can even be somewhat tricky to train, even somewhat in the later of its lifespan.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like you said, it can be a really good glass cannon. It's also insanely fast.
It is. It's one of the fastest things in the entire game when you max it out.
Evolved.
Yeah. But in order to get it fully evolved, you need to get its friendship really high, which can be difficult, especially in this game. There are things that help make it easier, but generally friendship evolutions are a bit of a pain. Well, it looks like the kid's finished his battle now, so let's see if he'll battle us.
I just lost, so I'm trying to find more Pokemon. Wait, you look weak. Come on, let's battle. First battle. Or second, I guess.
Yeah.
Youngster Joey!
Joey!
Classic.
Now you want to be careful because this Rattata is in the top percentage of Rattatas. Yeah, all he has is a Rattata. It's not particularly tough to beat. There's Tail Whip, which lowers your defense. And now seems like a good chance to show off Rosaliev. I didn't show it off against that Zubat earlier because it would have only done a quarter damage. But as you can see, it's very powerful.
Yeah, you get the same
FPL screwed to level 23, or level 23.
That would be a good jump.
That'd be great! I'd have the evolution already.
Yeah, getting that same type of attack bonus with Razor Leaf's also really good.
So if a Pokemon is the same type as the attack it's using, the attack gets a 50% damage boost.
As an example, it's like if you had Chikorita using Razor Leaf compared to, I don't know, like Pidgey using Razor Leaf. I know it can't learn it, but just for comparison's sake, it would not do as much damage because it is not the same type.
Also because Pidgey has lower special attack as well.
Well, just in terms of typing.
But yeah.
Obviously stats factor into it as well.
Speaking of stats, another difference between Red and Blue to this game is the special stat has now been split into special attack and special defense, which has worked to the benefit of some Pokemon and the downfall of others. Epiel's grew to level 4, very nice.
You saw it very briefly there. Special defense change.
Yeah. Special defense is actually one of Hoot Hoot's best qualities. So yeah, I have a lot of tanky Pokemon right now, not a lot of high damage dealers. I will get some more damagey Pokemon later, but I've always preferred tankier Pokemon. I don't know, I find them more fun to use personally. But I'm trying not to overdo it with tanky Pokemon in this playthrough because I know that they do slow down the battle and that can be less fun to watch. So close. Heal up. Because I would like Epiels to get as much of the experience here as it can.
Yeah, I can handle this little Rattata. I could be wrong about this, but I believe that when they went from Gold, Silver to Crystal, they changed a couple of front sprites.
They did, yeah.
But I believe none of the back sprites changed.
I think you are correct about that.
Don't quote me on that, but I believe that is what the case is.
It's funny you said that, actually. I tried playing Pokemon Gold one time, and Pidgey, one of the basic flying Pokemon you can find on the first route. We haven't encountered one yet, but we will soon. It has more of a pinkish hue in that game. And the first time I found one, I legitimately thought that it was shiny. Until I realized that that's just how they were. Shiny Pokemon, for those who don't know, are incredibly rare Pokemon that have a different color palette. Your odds of finding one just by pure chance are 1 in 8,192. So, don't hold your breath. There are methods in newer games to make finding them easier, and in fact, from the 3DS games onward, the base chance of finding them was dropped to 4,092.
And also, don't hold your breath, because other than the changed color palette, there's nothing else that's different about the Pokemon in terms of stats. At least
actually,
in this game.
Actually, it's the opposite way around. In this game, there is a bit of a difference. In future games, there isn't.
Oh, right.
Because it's based on some particular coding that the average player is never going to see, but it's based on certain attributes. And coincidentally, the attributes that require a Pokemon to be shiny in this game also attribute to the defense stats. So, shiny Pokemon are actually going to have higher defenses on average in this game.
Okay.
In future games, that was changed, and they have literally no effect whatsoever.
Okay, I got it backwards. I thought the newer games added that.
No, other way around. Yeah. Still, though, don't hold your breath for one, because it's a very minuscule difference. And, yeah.
But they look pretty.
They do. Some shinies were actually changed quite a bit in this game, or in future games from this game. One in particular I know of, I'm not going to talk about it because we aren't going to encounter it for a long, long time, but I'll try to remember to mention it when it comes up. But it was changed from green in this game to black in future games. Apales is growing up next... Apales. Epiels. Okay, I spent the better part of yesterday and today... I thought my game froze for a second there.
Hello? Adam, I heard from Professor Elm that you went on a long trip. I wish you would have told me! You never tell me anything. What about money? Shall I save it?
Yeah, sure, what about...
Yes,
why not?
give me all your money. I'm gonna save it for you, honey. I'll keep looking at you for you, baby.
Yeah, she's not the best at managing money. If you tell her to save your money, she will periodically call you and tell you that she bought things for you with your money. Granted, it's usually useful items, but she will sometimes buy you dolls for your room, which makes a lot more sense if you're playing the female character, but... I mean, not to say guys can't play with dolls, but on average, they usually won't. Bellsprout. If you didn't pick... if you didn't choose Chikorita as your starter, this can be a good one to pick up as a substitute grass type. It doesn't have a lot of good moves, but it can learn decent ones through TMs, and it's good at using both physical and special attacks. So it's not a bad Pokemon.
Yeah, but you just have to use a lot of TMs on it, like extra effort. But it does have decently strong stats.
And TMs are the things we will get into soon. They can teach your Pokemon a move it might not learn naturally by leveling up. Really? Lift that? If you did choose Chikorita, it might be worth your time picking this up anyway, because there's something you can do with it. I'm not going to be doing it here, but I will show what it is. And Epiel has learned Foresight. If an enemy is using moves that boost their chance to dodge or lower your chance to hit, Foresight will invalidate those changes. Additionally, there's a rare chance of encountering a Pokemon in this area called Ghastly. Ghastly is immune to normal type attacks. Foresight will make it so you can hit them. In here we have Dark Cave. We can't really do much about this. There are Pokemon in here though. Starting with Geodude. Geodude, it's kind of hard to get it fully evolved because you need to trade to another person. But if you can get it fully evolved, you get a fairly balanced attack and defense Pokemon. It's very slow. I also like this thing's final evolution more than most people I meet. And it's probably my favorite rock type in the original games. But its rock-ground combination means that grass or water type attacks are going to absolutely melt it. That wasn't even a critical hit.
Yeah. Those type combinations get better in newer games for many reasons. Don't have to go into too much detail on that. But yeah, it can work still in this game, but it just requires a lot more, what's it called? Forte, I guess.
Yeah.
With your play. Bitterberry.
That will heal confusion, which the Pokemon Zubat likes to inflict.
Oh, does it ever?
I walked too far today looking for Pokemon. My feet hurt and I'm sleepy. If I were a wild Pokemon, I'd be easy to catch. He's hinting that not only lowering enemies' attack power, but also inflicting status conditions makes them easier to catch. And we found another Pokeball. I am going to come back and fight this guy, but I want to... Actually, I have another potion, I think, don't I? That's not where my potions are.
One.
What the heck, I'll fight this guy.
You do also still have the berry, I think.
No, I don't. I used them up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you still had it real quick.
No, it got used up in the last battle. Or an earlier battle. I'm pretty sure. If I am wrong, it'll probably trigger in this fight, but I'm pretty sure it got used up. Yeah. He has 4 Pokemon, so Epiel's most likely to be able to get a level up off of this.
Yeah, bug trainers typically have, well, bugs, which in this part of the game they're usually pretty low level and weak.
Yeah, as I saw, it did no damage there. I didn't even lower its attack power. Oh yeah, I cut myself off earlier. I spent a lot of yesterday and today trying to figure out how to pronounce this the nickname that I gave my Hoot Hoot. And for a while, my best guess was Apales. I did eventually figure out it's Epiels, but if I accidentally call it Apales from time to time, that's why. Yeah, since owls are a nocturnal bird, and Epiels is the spirit of nightmares, seemed like a fitting name, and that will come into play a bit more later on as Epiel's moveset grows and develops more. I did say that Hoot Hoot was a very tactical Pokemon, and I meant it. Yeah. Get used to this, a lot of Caterpies, and I just realized that I'm like down to 10 PP on Tackle.
How many Caterpies? Let's find out.
I believe we're on the 3rd one.
Will his 4th one be another Caterpie?
Pardon me.
Who knows, it might be a Pidgey. Am I right?
Very well could be.
I always find it amusing whenever there's that... Oh, Weedle, even better.
Combo Breaker! Weedle is basically Caterpie, but with the ability to inflict poison. Anyway, continue. They always... What was I saying? I forget. Something about bugs.
Yeah, no shit. But okay, I remember. I always find it funny whenever bug trainers sometimes have that random flying type with them. Like, that's not contradictory at all.
That is pretty funny, yeah. I'm surprised I haven't gotten any poison yet, considering how many times I've been hit by the move Poison Sting.
See, I told you, Retron 5 is good luck.
Yeah. And Epiel's grows to level 7. It's like the other day at work, I accidentally said Boger instead of Burger, and then I couldn't talk straight for the next, 10 minutes. Poliwag!
Pretty decent water type.
it can turn it... Poliwag is the first instance of a split evolution. It can either become the tankier, more utility-based Politoad, or the more powerful, aggressive Poliwrath. Poliwrath is a lot easier to get, but I would wager I think Politoad might be a little bit better. I've never actually tried using either of them for myself, but...
Neither have I.
I have a different water type in mind, but if you don't have a water type yet, if you didn't choose Totodile, Poliwag isn't a bad choice.
Yeah, the split evolution was something added to this game, because Poliwag from the original games didn't have it. It was only Poliwrath that could evolve into. Which is something that a lot of Pokemon gained in this game is split evolutions, which more we'll explore later. Good evening. I'm Nurse Joy. I'm not creepy in the least bit right now.
Let's see you again.
That guy's playing the Game Boy in the hospital right now.
So, this house I want to show off. You talk to this guy. I collect Pokemon. Do you have Bellsprout? Want to trade it for my Onix? I do not have a Bellsprout. But if you did, you could talk to that guy and he would give you an Onix that is the same level as the Bellsprout. If you chose Chikorita like I did, the first gym might give you some trouble, so I would recommend trying it. But I'm not going to. So I'm going to come out here, and I want to buy some more potions. And we can now buy Pokeballs. I don't need to buy that many potions. Let's buy 3.
You just bought 5.
Whatever. Buy a couple of Pokeballs. You can get Awakening and Defense Heal. I actually do recommend buying an Awakening or 2 or 3.
You recommend buying Fire Emblem Awakening?
Yes, it's a good game. And these items, the X Attack, X Defend, and X Speed, these will increase your attack, defense, or speed by 1 stage until the next time your Pokemon switches out or is knocked out. Flower Mail is useless. You can write a message on it and equip it to a Pokemon and then trade it to someone else for them to see that message. It was a cool idea back in the day, but nowadays, who really uses it?
That was back when mail existed, am I right?
Yeah. The good old days, eh? Anyway, we got to a new town, so I think that's a good place to end this episode off. So, we got this odd, ominous building here. The Sprout Tower. Experience the way of Pokemon. Next episode, I say we check this place out. See you guys then.